What's good? It's your boy Jay, that's me. Let's dive into Sacrifice from March the 8th, 2024. This was an okay TNA premium live event. Could have been better. So, let's go ahead and get into the pre-show real quick, even though I didn't watch it. So, Crazy Steve, he retained the Digital Media Championship by defeating Joe Hendry because AJ Francis, a.k.a. Top Dollar, got involved. He caused the distraction, and this allowed for Crazy Steve to hit the DDT for the 1-2-3. So they're still continuing the AJ Francis, Joe Hendry feud. I'm fine with that. Moving on. The Rascals, they were defeated by Speedball Mountain, which is Speedball Mike Bailey and Trent Seven. So, that's fine. It is what it is. It doesn't really matter. Moving on. So, first match of the night on the main card. Nick Nemeth versus Steve Macklin. A solid match. Now, there's one point in the match early on where Macklin, he called Nick Nemeth Dolph, which was great. He's like, "Come on, Dolph." And then he's like, "I'm sorry, Nick." That was hilarious. So, Nick Nemeth got the win via a pair of super kicks into the danger zone for the 1-2-3. So, this is great. And there was also fuck you Macklin chants that broke out as well in this match. So this is great. I actually enjoyed this. This is one of the matches that I was looking forward to. I was shocked that they did this first. I thought they were going to put this later on in the show, maybe around like the first hour, but it didn't happen. So that's fine. It seems like they're building up Nick Nemeth to be the one who's going to dethrone Moose, which actually makes perfect sense. And I wouldn't be shocked if they have Moose dethroned. I'm hoping by a Rebellion, hopefully. If not, at the absolute latest, I would say by Slammiversary in July. But I wouldn't be shocked if they give it to Nick Nemeth by Rebellion. Because Moose being champion, no. Fuck no. Moving on. So, the System, they were interviewed by Gia Miller. She interviewed them, and Moose said it's going to be a great night for the System and all that jazz. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Who gives a fuck? Moving on. So this leads us into ABC, which is Ace Austin and Chris Bay versus the System, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. And I wanted to burn my fucking laptop to the ground. Wanted to burn it to the ground. The System, they win. Oh, no. Not good. Not good. Not good. This makes zero sense. Why? Why have the System win? Oh, my God. This is so stupid on the part of TNA. This is so fucking dumb. So stupid. It sucks that Ace Austin and Chris Bay lost. And they've had those championships, I want to say, since Bound for Glory, which was in October of 2023, October of last year. So that was about 6 months ago. So they had a 6-month reign, a 6-month title reign. This sucks. So Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers, they got the win via the roster cut into the Boston Knee Party for the 1-2-3, Alicia Edwards provided the distraction, and that was it. I believe she pulled on the leg of Ace Austin. This sucks. Moving on. So this leads us into PCO versus Khan. It was a no DQ match. If you've seen one no DQ match, you've seen them all, basically. There was trash can lids involved, kendo sticks, steel chairs, just the usual stuff. Who cares? PCO, I believe, choke slam Khan through the table off the ramp. So they did that spot. PCO wins via the PCO assault onto the chairs. Who cares? This doesn't make any sense. I really don't give a shit about it. Waste of time. Moving on. So AJ Francis, he's backstage. He talks about how Joe Hendry is fake, but he's real. He said that his goal is to make sure that Joe Hendry never has any success again. And then Joe Hendry comes into play. And Joe Hendry and AJ Francis, they have some words, basically. And then AJ Francis shoves him, and referees separate them. But Santino, he comes in, he makes the match official for Thursday on TNA Impact. So that's fine. Actually makes sense. That makes sense. So at least this gives both guys something to do. But I really want Joe Hendry to be used properly. Joe Hendry actually needs to be in the title picture doing something meaningful. You could actually put him in the X Division title hunt. You could also put him in the world title hunt as well. Because Joe Hendry is over. And Joe Hendry is a guy that you can build the promotion around. He's massively over. He's believable as champion. Good on the mic. Charisma. Everything. He's a good wrestler. So he checked all the boxes. But Joe Hendry for the last, I want to say, year and a half is just spinning his wheels, just doing nothing. He's just been doing like really low mid-card shit, and I don't like that. Like, Joe Hendry is very good. I like him. I think he's a really good guy, a really good wrestler, and I think he deserves better. He really does. So whenever this AJ Francis, Joe Hendry feud is over, whenever it ends, they need to do something with Joe Hendry. And I think that him being X Division champion, I think that could be good. You know, he's got to do something. He's got to get out of that low mid-card type of rut that he's been in for the last year and some change. Moving on. So, we have MK Ultra versus Dani Luna and Jody Threat. They're called Spitfire. I'm like, what the hell? What kind of shit is that? And it was for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. With Spitfire, they got the win. They rolled up. I believe it was Masha Slamovich who took the L. Before the match, MK Ultra, they attacked Dani Luna and Jody Threat. So I still don't understand why did TNA decide to turn MK Ultra heel. We still need that explanation. And I feel like they need to get rid of the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. They need to get rid of those because they constantly just flip-flop the titles. They constantly, it's a constant back and forth with the titles. 1 month, the K has it. Next month, MK Ultra has it. Then the next month, Spitfire, they have it. It's like That's not a division. You can't have a division with just 3 teams. They need to really decide what they're going to do with those titles. They need to come up with some teams if they have to. Women that they have nothing for on the on that roster, just make them into tag teams or whatever. But that division has to be better. If you're going to have a tag division for the Knockouts, which they've had for years, then it needs to be a very serious division. Because Killer Kelly and Masha Slamovich, they were single stars. They were singles. So I don't know. They need to really do something and actually use the Knockouts Tag Team Championships correctly. If not, then just get rid of it. Because it's a waste of time. Because you only have 3 teams in the division. And that's not a division. And they constantly switch the titles all the time. Constantly. This makes no sense. This is dumb. This is one of the problems that I have with TNA. One of the many problems I have with TNA. What I don't have a problem with is Hammerstone. He's now signed to TNA. They signed him not so long ago. I'm happy. So this leads us into Josh Alexander versus Alex Hammerstone. Hammerstone gets the win. This is a very hard-hitting, solid match. And I believed Hammerstone is now a heel, which is great. So towards the end of the match, there was a ref bump. Josh Alexander was able to lock in the ankle lock. Hammerstone did tap out. That sucks, but the referee didn't see it, thankfully. And then, while the ref was still down, trying to come to, Hammerstone low blowed Josh Alexander, and then he hit the Nightmare Pendulum for the 1, 2, 3. This was great. And post-match, Hammerstone steals Josh Alexander's headgear. So they're going to continue this feud, which is great. This will probably lead into a rebellion. I don't know what they're going to do. They're now 1-1. It's not really like a blood feud at all, so you can't do like a stipulation. But if they wanted to, they could. Maybe like a 2 out of 3 falls match or whatever, or something like that. Maybe a steel cage match or something. But just having a third and final 1-on-1 match with nothing on the line, nah, I don't know. But But Hammerstone getting his win back is great. It makes sense. Hopefully, TNA uses him right. Hopefully, they can put him in the world title picture. Hopefully, Hammerstone is a guy that could easily be a main event guy, and TNA doesn't have a lot of those guys. And I think that he's the one guy that you can build the promotion around, along with Nick Nemeth and others. So guys like that. But Hammerstone getting his win back is great. And I'm pretty sure they're going to set up for Josh Alexander, Alex Hammerstone 3 at Rebellion. So that's fine. Good. Very good stuff. Very good shit. Very good shit. Moving on. This leads us into Mustafa Ali and the Grizzled Young Vets versus Time Machine, which is Kushida, Alex Shelley, and Chris Sabin. Before the match got started, there was a promo by Time Machine, and Chris Sabin did most of the talking. Kushida, he apologized to Alex Shelley for the miscommunication, and it seems like Alex Shelley, all he said was just like, yep. So it is what it is. So the 6-man tag is just like any other 6-man tag. If you've seen one of them, you've seen them all. It's just a bunch of spots and everything else. Towards the end of the match, the Good Hands, they came out. They got involved, but they didn't help out all too much. So basically, Time Machine, they were about to win the match, but to no avail, because Chris Sabin, he accidentally hit Alex Shelley in the face. He kicked him in the face on accident because Ollie moved out of the way and one of the moves that he was trying to set up. And then the finish came when the Grizzly Young Vets, they hit Grit Your Teeth. And then Mustafa Ali followed up with the 450 splash for the 1-2-3. This makes perfect sense. So I do like this because of the simple fact is we're seeing the breakdown of the Motor City Machine Guns, which is great. Chris Sabin, he probably will take on Mustafa Ali again. He'll probably get his rematch at Rebellion. I'm pretty sure they'll probably have Alex Shelley cost Chris Sabin, and that's where we begin their feud. So this is fun. Moving on. Jordan Grace versus Zaya Brookside versus Tasha Steelz. Triple threat. Before the match got started, Ash by Elegance, she came out along with her concierge. I forgot the guy's name. I can't remember his name. And so they were chilling out, drinking some expensive champagne. So Jordan Grace gets the win via the Grace Driver. So in the middle of the match, I believe it was Zaya Brooke or whatever, Zaya Brookside. She was out. She accidentally spilled some champagne on. She spilled some champagne on Ash by Elegance, and Ash by Elegance, she flipped out. She freaked out, and so immediately Ash by Elegance left, and then her concierge he falls on the ramp by taking her out. So that was kind of funny. Hopefully he's okay though. He probably is though. But Jordan Grace gets the win via the Juggernaut Driver for the 1-2-3. So they're probably setting up for Jordan Grace versus Ash by Elegance at Rebellion. So that's fine. Main event, Eric Young versus Moose. Didn't watch the match, didn't give a single fuck about it. I watched the last minute and a half of the match. So the system, they came out, they got involved, the referee ejected them. Then Frankie Kazarian, he showed up as one of the crew guys. He choked out Eric Young with a cable. Moose hit the spear, and then Moose retains, and that was it. Moose, Brian Myers, and the others, they celebrated. So the system has all the gold, and I'm just like, man, fuck this shit. This is so stupid. And the match was long too. The match was super long. I'm just like, oh my god, this is so damn dumb. TNA has got to do better. They have got to do better. I'm tired of Eric Young. I'm tired of Moose, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, Frankie Kazarian, PCO. I'm tired of all this shit. Just sick of it. Annoying. But TNA was okay. Sacrifice was okay. It could have been better. Most of it felt just like a regular episode of TNA Impact. That's really how. That's really what I got from it when I was watching it. That's really what it felt like. It was no surprises, no nothing. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.